Hello there and welcome to another episode of my TEW 2020 save, rebuilding the WWE, in which we take Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania 38 and try and get that momentum going again. Rebuild this brand to actually becoming the best product in wrestling, or sports entertainment should I say. We are playing as WWE. In this episode we have got SmackDown, the third SmackDown of the save, and we are homing from Chicago, Illinois. It's a smaller venue today, deliberately. We're going into the Aragon Ballroom, Chicago, Illinois, 4,500. We're deliberately going for a smaller venue because of the undersell last week. I'd rather sell out a smaller venue than not sell out a much larger venue, especially because for some reason we're struggling to sell tickets to SmackDown, and I don't know why. So let's see if we can get some momentum going, and let's see as we continue the road to Backlash. And well, as most SmackDowns end up starting, we start with the Bloodline cutting a long promo. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman both talking, and they introduce the new member of the Bloodline, Jacob Uso, the Samoan Werewolf. And Drew McIntyre tonight will run the Gauntlet. Jimmy, Jay, and Jacob, the Usos, all three of them, yes Wale, all three of them will be in line, and only then, if Drew McIntyre can defeat all three of them, he gets a chance to face the undisputed WWE and Universal Champion, the true champion. See, on the other show, for their fake belt, the World Heavyweight title, which they've just plucked out of nowhere because no one can beat Roman Reigns. You can just be lucky and drawn into a tournament. You don't get shot at the title unless you can get through all of the Bloodline. The Bloodline is Roman Reigns' protection. The Bloodline is also Drew McIntyre's protection. The Bloodline will stop Drew McIntyre from facing Roman Reigns for Drew McIntyre's own sake, because Drew McIntyre couldn't handle the Tribal Chief. Good promo, 68 rating. And we've got backstage, and Trish Stratus will announce next week who Charlotte Flair's challenger is. Because Charlotte obviously got a bit cocky last week, so Trish has decided, no, you're going to defend your title at Backlash, and I'm going to pick your challenger next week. 68 rating. Volta defeats Madcap Moss in 6 minutes 56 with a rear naked choke, chokes him out. Pretty dominant victory for Volta. Continues the purity over comedy storyline. Gets a 44 rating. Not too shabby. And after the match, Happy Corbin comes out. And Corbin comes out and he's like, Volta, you need to lighten up, mate. I am Happy Corbin, and I know the truth about wrestling is that you've just got to enjoy it. And yeah, if you're lucky, you're lucky. And that's why I am Happy Corbin, because I am lucky. And so I will challenge you for a match with Volta, and I will show you just how lucky I am. Next week, Happy Corbin versus Volta. Booked in. Women's tag team match here as Sasha Banks and Naomi, the tag champs, defeat Natalya and Shayna Baszler in a non-title match. Banks just picks up the win, making Natalya tap out to a bank statement. At least it wasn't Shayna. Sasha carries the match as you'd expect, 68-6 to 48 from Naomi and Natalya, 51 from Shayna. And after the match, it was advertised on Raw, but there's a little bit more to it, because there's a lot of people who want those tag titles. Toxic Attraction come out and the Celtic Connection from Raw come out. Everyone wants those tag titles. Who knows, maybe Banks and Naomi could use a third person. We'll see if there's anyone we can find. But good stuff. 60 rating angle is pretty good. It gains heat in the Toxic Reign storyline, doesn't lose heat in the Celtic Connection storyline. Love that. And basically, Toxic Attraction and Celtic Connection both want Banks and Naomi, but they end up arguing with each other about who should get them. 60 rating is not too shabby. Drew McIntyre cuts a promo saying that he will happily run the Gauntlet. Jimmy Uso, Claymore, Jey Uso, Future Shock DDT. Jacob Uso, choke him out. There is no one. A Scotch drop even. Bring that back. Haven't used that one in a while. There is no reason that Drew McIntyre will not go straight through the Bloodline. And once he's through the Bloodline, Roman, I'm coming for you. 76 rating, which is best promo on the show so far. Butch versus Elias. Of course, if you remember 2 episodes of SmackDown ago, Butch interfered in one of Elias's matches, caused him to get disqualified in his return match against Drew Gulak. And this is basically Elias trying to get his revenge, but it doesn't work, and Butch picks up the victory. Just over 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes. It was a long match. After Sheamus and Rich Holland both go for Elias's feet, means Butch can hit the bitter end, and that's it. Gains heat on the Love of the Fight storyline, 56 rating. We are probably going to be building to a big 6-man here. There's a lot of, I have noticed, I am telling a lot of 6-men feud or 6-person feuds, which I kind of like. This sort of it gives me, it's so many more options, so many fresh matchups. 56 rating though, not too shabby. Butch has a terrible name, still a great in-ring performer. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods cut a promo backstage, said they wish Drew McIntyre luck. They know what it feels like to go through gauntlets. They have been through the gauntlet many a times for Kofi's sake. But now it's Drew's time. And they know. It's interesting, the Usos in their gauntlet forfeited it, because the Usos were honourable men back then. Now what's become of them? What has become of the Usos? 68 rating, great stuff. And we start the gauntlet. Drew McIntyre defeats Jimmy Uso in 11:44 with a Claymore kick. Match 1. 73 for Drew, 64 for Jimmy. There's not much more to say, because there's 2 more to get into, and this is one big segment. Drew McIntyre defeats Jey Uso, we'll say with the Future Shock DDT, just like saying Claymore kick in this. 73 for Drew, 66 for Jey. And the final match. Jacob Uso defeats Drew McIntyre in 1828 with the Samoan drop after Roman Reigns attacked Drew McIntyre behind the referee's back. And it's Charles Robinson again. That is by design. Charles Robinson has once again missed a blatant interference spot. I can imagine Trish Stratus is not going to be happy. 68 rating main event, because it was mainly designed to give Jacob a big rub. He's beaten Drew McIntyre despite there being a lot of interference, and now my mouse is spinning. There it is, 70 rating. But again, I don't care about the rating. I want to know what you guys thought. So let me know in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this show? Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!